There was no food for the foxes that night, and soon the children dozed off. Then Mrs. Fox dozed off, but Mr. Fox couldn't sleep because of the pain in the stump of his tail. Well, he thought, I suppose I'm lucky to be alive at all. And now they've found our hole, we're going to have to move out as soon as possible. We'll never get any peace if we... What was that? He turned his head sharply and listened. The noise that he heard now was the most frightening noise that a fox can hear. The scrape, scrape, scraping of shovels digging in the soil. Wake up! He shouted. They're digging us out. Mrs. Fox was awake in 1 second. She sat up, quivering all over. Are you sure that's it? She whispered. I'm positive. Listen. They'll kill my children, cried Mrs. Fox. Never, cried Mr. Fox. But darling, they will, cried Mrs. Fox. You know they will. Scrunch, scrunch, scrunch went the shovels above their heads. Small stones and bits of earth began falling from the roof of the tunnel. This bit.
How will they kill us, Mummy?
Asked one of the small foxes. Her round black eyes were huge with fright.
Will there be dogs?
Mrs. Fox began to cry. She gathered her 4 children close to her and held them tight. Suddenly, there was an especially loud crunch above their heads, and the sharp end of a shovel came right through the ceiling. The sight of this awful thing seemed to have an electric effect upon Mr. Fox. He jumped, and he shouted, I've got it! Come on! There's not a moment to lose. Why didn't I think of this before?
Think of what, Dad?
A fox can dig quicker than a man, shouted Mr. Fox, beginning to dig. Nobody in the world can dig as quick as a fox. The soil began to fly out furiously behind Mr. Fox as he started to dig for dear life with his front feet. Mrs. Fox ran forward to help him. So did the 4 children. Go downwards, ordered Mr. Fox. We've got to go deep as we possibly can. Read this bit and then we'll end.
The tunnel began to grow longer and longer. It sloped steeply downward, deeper and deeper below the surface of the ground it went. There were diggings...
Well, the mother.
Oh. The mother and the father and all 4 of the children were digging together. Their front legs were now moving so fast you couldn't see them, and gradually the scrunching and scraping of the shovels became fainter and fainter. Drama Queen! This is basically a book called Fantastic Mr. Fox by Roald Dahl. Goodbye.